All right, so today we're doing a deep dive into something pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Habits.
Yeah.
But not just any habits.
Right.
We're going to be talking about how to infuse your daily actions with some kind of purpose, with a sense of striving for something bigger than yourself.
Okay. I like it. Yeah.
So the source material we're looking at today dives into this concept of aligning your habits with God's will.
Interesting.
And it actually gets surprisingly practical
Okay.
about how to do that. Now, we only have an excerpt, so it's pretty concentrated wisdom.
All right.
We're going to be talking about things like daily Bible reading, serving others,
Oh, okay.
living with integrity.
These are good.
Yeah. But the real question is,
Yeah.
what makes these habits different?
Right.
What makes them special?
Exactly.
And how do they actually achieve this?
Yeah. What's the secret sauce?
Yeah.
What's the framework here?
So I think one of the really fascinating things about this source is that it hinges on this idea of glorifying God with your actions.
Oh, interesting.
So there's this quote from the Bible itself from 1 Corinthians, and I think this really gets to the heart of it.
All right, let's hear it.
So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God.
That's pretty powerful.
And what I think is so interesting about that is that even if you're not religious,
Right.
you can still kind of get what they're going for here.
I think so too.
What does it mean to do something really, really well with excellence as if it has a deeper meaning? That's what I think they're getting at.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's the core of it.
It's not just going through the motions.
Exactly. It's about the why behind it.
Yeah, the intentionality,
Yes.
the purpose behind what you're doing.
Exactly. And I think that's where these habits come in.
Okay, let's talk about them.
So, for example, daily Bible reading. Okay, I'll admit that one can sound kind of...
Like a chore.
Yeah.
A little dry.
Yeah. A little bit intimidating.
Yeah, you're not the first person to say that.
But the source here is saying it's not about just checking a box.
Right. It's not about just reading the words and being done with it.
Yeah, I did my reading for today, moving on.
Exactly. It's about actually taking the time to really understand what you're reading.
So what does that look like?
Well, for someone who follows this source, the Bible is considered to be a source of truth and moral guidance. So reading it daily is a way for them to try to understand, God's perspective, and then to apply that wisdom to their own lives.
So it's more about letting those ideas influence your own actions and your own choices.
Yeah.
How you treat people, how you approach your work.
Absolutely.
All of that.
It's like having a conversation with a mentor.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Someone you really respect and trying to learn from their wisdom.
So it's almost like internalizing a moral compass.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so we've got daily Bible reading to kind of get that moral compass going. And then that connects to the next habit.
Okay, what's the...
Which is serving others.
Serving others, okay.
Now, we all know the value of kindness.
Of course.
But here, it's not just about random acts.
Right.
It's about weaving that into your everyday life.
Yeah, making it a consistent part of who you are.
So less about spontaneity and more about...
Yeah, more about a lifestyle.
Yeah.
A way of being.
A lifestyle of service.
Exactly.
And that to me just implies a much deeper motivation.
Right. It's not just about doing good when it's convenient.
Yeah.
It's about a deeper commitment.
To something beyond yourself, which I think is really fascinating.
Well, and for someone who believes in God,
right,
serving others becomes an expression of their faith. It becomes a way to actually live out these teachings that they're finding in the Bible.
So it's almost like you're demonstrating your commitment to those values by serving others.
Absolutely.
Consistently.
Yeah. And it's interesting to think about the impact that has.
Right.
Not just on the people you're serving.
Of course.
But on yourself.
Yeah.
Your own sense of purpose.
Exactly. It's like your actions are reflecting something much bigger than just you.
Than your own needs.
Yes.
Your own wants.
And that ties in so beautifully with this last habit.
Okay, tell me about it.
Which is living with integrity.
Okay.
Now, this one, I think, really resonates with everyone, regardless of your beliefs.
Yeah. You don't have to be religious.
Not at all.
To appreciate integrity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about being honest.
Right.
It's about being trustworthy. It's about having that strong moral compass.
It's about doing the right thing.
Yes.
Even when no one's watching.
Exactly. And I think that transformation is what makes it real for people.
Yeah, seeing how these habits can actually make a difference
Exactly.
in someone's life.
It becomes less about rules and more about the positive ripple effects.
Absolutely.
So it's not about the actions themselves.
It's the why behind them.
Yeah.
The motivation.
Yes, and how they shape you as a person.
Exactly.
And ultimately, that's what we're all striving for, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's about finding that set of principles that really resonates with you, whether they come from a religious text or a personal philosophy.
Right.
Or even just a deep respect for your community and letting those principles guide your actions.
Letting them shape your daily life.
Exactly.
I love it. So that leaves our listeners with a thought to chew on.
I like it.
What are the values that you want to embody more consistently?
Okay.
Are there things that are important to you
that
you could be living out more intentionally and thinking about those values as something you're honoring?
Okay.
Be it your own potential, the well-being of your loved ones, or a cause that you believe in.
Okay.
Could that be the key to making some kind of lasting change?
That's a good question.
It is something to ponder as you go about your day.
I like it.
And hey, maybe even inspire a new habit or two.
Who knows?
You never know.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
I'll see you next time.
Bye.